Hey everybody, it is Blonde Blitz time. Let's go.
He's had, but I still like the Commanders.
I'm also tough.
DeMarche.
Done.
I'm looking at that Cincinnati team against the Cleveland Browns.
Well, as soon as I saw the rain last night, I was wondering if that might be a little bit of a factor as well.
Play that week is really going to be more impacted.
With the Raiders, who got Jacoby Myers back.
The same thing with Joe Burrow. You just expect Joe Burrow to do it because he's been to a Super Bowl.
It's time to send in the Blitz with Deb Whitcas and the Blonde Blitz.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Blonde Blitz. I'm your host, Deb Whitcas. Happy wild card weekend, everyone. Playoffs are here. Week 18 is over. Cannot wait for this weekend. We've got a great show for you today. Today, my special guest is an NFL safety, Adrian Colbert. He played for not one, but two of the playoff teams, San Francisco and Chicago, among a few others. He is here to help me with hot takes, and we'll also hear all about his football career and his current endeavors. Sports comedian Jacqueline Marfugi, she joins us for week 18 and playoff funny. HGTV designer to the athletes, Shay Holland, is here to tell you how to get your house playoff ready and to give a few tips for fans heading to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60. Sports betting expert Alex White is here for your best bet for wildcard weekend, along with fantasy expert Ballers Meg. Intuitive reader 333 Ask Carrie looks at her power deck for the Monday night playoff game, Texans versus Steelers. And finally, Ben Troop, former tight end for the Bucs and the Titans. He is here for wildcard weekend game picks. Let's go, everybody. Let's get it started with headlines. I am doing them live today. All right, guys, week 18 delivered a record-breaking, stat-packed finish to the 2025 NFL regular season, with individual performances stealing the spotlight across the league. The headliner belonged to Cleveland defensive end Myles Garrett, who recorded his 23rd sack of the season to set the single sack record since the stat became official in 1982, surpassing Michael Strahan and TJ Watt. Cincinnati wide receiver Jamar Chase capped off a dominant season with 125 receptions for 1,412 yards, becoming just the third player in NFL history with multiple seasons of 125 plus catches. Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, who I will see tomorrow, continued his late career surge, throwing 4 touchdowns in week 18 and finishing the season with a career high 46 touchdown passes. Stafford now owns the second most touchdown passes in a single season by a quarterback aged 37 or older, and passed Dan Marino for 7th on the NFL's all-time regular season touchdown list. Puka Nacua, interviewed him last week. He added another chapter to his historic start, surpassing Randy Moss for the second most receiving yards by a player through his first 3 NFL seasons. Nacua also joined rare company with 35 career games of at least 5 receptions in that span, placing him alongside Michael Thomas and Amon-Ra St. Brown. From dominant pass rushers to record-chasing receivers and veteran quarterbacks climbing all-time list. Week 18, it delivered one of the most statistically impressive finales the league has ever seen. All right, guys, those are your headlines. Like I said in my intro, my special guest is an NFL safety who played for the 49ers and the Bears, as well as a few other teams. He is here to help me out with hot takes from week 18, and we'll also chat about his career and his current endeavors. Everybody, please help me welcome to the Blonde Blitz, Adrian Colbert.
Next caller is Deb Whitcas, who says she has some really hot takes.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello. How you doing?
Good. Welcome to the Blonde Blitz.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you, first of all.
Of course. No, I appreciate you.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah. I appreciate you. We're talking ball. We're going to talk some what you're currently doing. I'm excited to get into it. So let's talk about this week 18. What a game with the Ravers, the Ravers. So excited I can't speak. The Ravens and the Steelers. Tyler Loop missed that field goal to end the game and sent the Steelers to the playoffs. It was wild. What did you think?
I mean, that's football. Like that's December football, January football. That's the
Right?
stuff you sit at home for and be prepared to watch. Like you want to be excited. You want to be on the edge of your seats when you're watching the games. I mean, at least as a fan of the game. But if you're a fan of a certain team, bad.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think of the Steelers going to the playoffs, and not the Ravens? I cannot believe the Steelers
I'm
knocked the Ravens.
I'm excited to see how Aaron Rodgers performs and leads that team in the playoffs. I think they got like they got some dogs in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely. We're having it's hard to hear you a little bit, but we'll try to keep with it. The Eagles and the Commanders game, another one, Sirianni, he sat the starters for week 18. The Eagles lost to the Commanders, getting the 3rd seed instead of the 2nd, which I'm a little upset about. I'm an Eagles fan. So now the Eagles are playing San Francisco instead of Green Bay. What's your take on that? Did Sirianni make the correct call to sit the starters?
I mean, that's a tough one, like, really, because you already know you're going to make it to the playoffs, and you trust your guys. You trust that your guys can go out there and perform against anybody, but you also trust that your other players are going to go out and perform with the other team. So it's one of those things that's hard to plan for because
Right.
you want to protect your best players for the games that matter.
Absolutely. Yeah. But now they're facing San Francisco, and you played for San Francisco for 2 years?
2.5.
Okay, 2.5. Yeah, I mean they're not to be messed with, right? I'm a little.
No.
I think it's going to be a really good game. And if anybody could hold CMC, it would be the Eagles defense. But I don't know. What's your thought?
I think Kyle Shanahan gonna put together a really great plan. The players are gonna do what they do. They go out there and execute at the highest level week in and week out. Like Purdy, how he's been showing out. George, of course, always. And like you said, CMC, and then that defense. The defense has been showing up lately too.
Yeah. No, I mean, both teams. I do think the Eagles are still struggling on offense. We're not quite sure what offense is going to show up. Dallas Goedert has really been, the one that has really kind of brought them all together all season. And honestly too, Jalen Hurts, like he under pressure, he does really well in the playoffs. So I think this one might be the game, the game of, game of wild card weekend. We will see. What else? Some NFC chaos, South chaos, right? The division ended in a 3-way tie between the Panthers, the Bucks, and the Falcons. And it's crazy that the Panthers got the number 1 seed, right? Last year they were 5-12. This year they're 8-9, and the number 1 seed in the NFC South. Did the Panthers even have a shot here in the wild card weekend?
I mean, me personally, I don't think so.
Neither do I.
I don't think so, but you never know. You just never know. Like guys show up. Like all these guys get paid to go out and perform at a high level. So you never know what the playoffs could bring out of some of the players on the team.
Right. And the one thing I love about playoffs is it's a clean slate. Like it doesn't matter. Like, we got the buys, the Seahawks have a buy, Broncos have a buy, but like other than that, it's a clean set. Records don't matter anymore.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, because like even like the preparation standpoint for a playoff game versus like a regular season game, some people dive extra deep into it, like as a team, like they really not even over scout, but they really dive into more details, and play calling gets a little bit different as well.
Yeah. Is that your experience, from playing?
Yeah, and just talking with guys in the league, and learning from other players that I've been around. It's different. Like even with when I was in Miami, and we had the staff from New England, and they talked about Tom's preparation and how he prepared. Like he knew players, he knew whoever was on the field. Like he
Right.
knew the names of them, he knew like how they played and all their tendencies.
Yeah.
And when the playoffs come around, that's the type of preparation that a lot of guys take. Like they really dive deep into the history of the coordinators and players.
And I've heard they even dive into like family stuff. Like if a player has like family stuff going on, like,
Yeah.
is that true?
Yeah, like players try to get an edge. And that's all in the information.
That's whatever works, right? Whatever wins games. That's crazy.
Right.
Well, as we know, Black Monday happened on Monday. John Harbaugh, after 18 seasons, was fired from the Ravens. Were you shocked or no?
I mean, when you don't get to where they've been for the last like 3 years, like they weren't in competition. They weren't even in contention.
Right.
And
Right.
your quarterback's not, performing like he had before. Ownership will try to make a decision. Like that would be the game and win it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also too, Raheem Morris, he's been a couple years ATL. Kevin Stefanski, he was at the Browns for 6 seasons. Pete Carroll, Pete Carroll was with the Raiders a year. Do you think they really gave him a chance?
No, I don't think they really gave him a chance. And, I mean, yeah, I don't think they gave him a chance, honestly. 1 year. They did the same thing the previous year, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but I mean, the Raiders are what, 2 and something, 2 and 16 or something crazy. Also Jonathan Gannon, Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Witt, Commanders. Where do you think some of these coaches will land? Like, where do you think Harbaugh is going to land? And I think he's going to be scooped up very quickly. Did we lose him? Adrian, I think I lost you. Oh, I just lost your audio.
Hello?
There we go. Got you back. Okay. There we are. Got you back.
I think Harbaugh is the pick of the litter. Like his rapport in locker rooms amongst players. I mean, that's important. Coaches hiring.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of the most respected coaches, so I think he'll get an opportunity pretty quick, and he'll be able to choose.
And where do you think he's going to go? I personally think he's going to go to the Giants. That's my personal guess.
Giants or Jets. You never know. Never know.
Yeah, right. Well, and they were talking about Chris Shula going to the Giants as well, and I don't want to see Chris leave the Rams because the Rams are doing so well this season. So I'd be very upset if Shula left the Rams. But this is what happens, But what else? So let's talk a little bit about Wild Card Weekend a little bit. Some of the games. LA Rams, speaking LA Rams, versus Panthers Saturday at 4:30 p.m. What do you think of this game?
LA Rams. Oh, come on, Rams gonna win that.
I agree.
Rams is McVay. Come on, McVay is like amongst that tier of coaches that has been one in the playoffs and has done it, dominated.
And plus, they're getting Tyler Higbee back. Tyler Higbee came back last week. Quentin Lake, safety, is coming back this week. He's one of the captains. Great guy. I'll say Devontae Adams is slated to come back as well. And obviously, Puka Nacua is on fire already. So,
Right.
And Stafford finally is not doing the interceptions. He had a great game, last week. So we're excited for that. Let's talk about the one I've been wanting to talk with you about, the Packers versus the Bears, Saturday at 8 p.m. The last time Chicago was in the playoffs was 2011. And since they've had 23 different starting quarterbacks and 6 different head coaches in that time. So this is your former team. So I wanted to just get your thoughts on it.
I'm excited. I'm excited for him. Like the Ennis came in and turned it up. Like the players have always been like really good, and he came in and brought more players in. Him and Pose, and now they're dangerous.
Yeah,
and they're hot. And you seen the game with San Francisco, which was incredible.
Were you expecting this season? Like the last time you played in 2024, right? Was the last time you played with the Bears?
Yep, the last game was against the Packers. We beat the Packers last year at the end of the season in January. It was a year ago.
Right? What is it like playing with DJ Moore and with Caleb and everybody?
It's really cool because of the energy that they bring to the game, and the dedication and preparation that you see the guys put in and all the work. It's a grind, and those guys are some of the first ones in the building and the last ones out, and you see the extra work that they put in just to get to where they are today. So shout out to that whole Bears team, especially the leaders that's showing guys how to do it.
Are you planning on reaching out to anyone before the game to say good luck, or no?
I'll text Ryan tomorrow. Just not telling him good luck, but that's what we talked about during the exit meetings, was like Ben would be one to help the team get to where they wanted to be, where the goals were. So it's cool to be able to see that all come into fruition. Proud of my guys. It's so fun to watch.
I'm sure. Who's your Super Bowl pick for this year? I'm asking everyone going up to the Super Bowl.
Dang.
I know. Gotta know.
See, I got San Francisco or Chicago. I get to pick 2 teams.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Well, let's get into a little bit about your career. A question I ask everyone I have on the show: why football? Why do you love it?
For me, it was an escape. It was an escape from the lifestyle that I grew up around, and it was a safe place, and I was actually good at it. So I just locked in on it. Started watching a little bit about there, and decided that I wanted to be in the NFL.
When did you start playing?
When I was 5, Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
Yeah, we were playing. I was tackle football at like 6.
Right. And you played in Texas, right? And I have to say, I just came back from the All-American Bowl, the Military Bowl in Texas, and it was legit. Like Texas football in Texas is they do not mess around. So
yeah, they do not. It's one of my favorite parts about it. It's the community and the support for the kids. That's the cool part. One of my favorite parts about Texas.
And when you were playing when you were younger in high school or even in college, when did you know that you could go pro or think that you could go pro?
From a young age, that was my dream. Like from the age of 5, I knew I wanted to go to the NFL. Did I know how to get there? No, I just knew I had to go out and play, and I always played at a really high level, from Boys and Girls Club League, junior high, into high school, and then in college, you went and developed, learned, and made your plays. But it was a little harder once I got into college level. Once I got to the college level, that's when it started to get more challenging.
Absolutely.
Course.
And talk a little bit about you, Texas Longhorns, Miami Hurricanes, your senior year. How was your college career?
College career was a little up and down. I think it started out really slow at Texas. I wasn't really focused. I didn't have like the understanding of navigating college and balancing football and being a student and having a life.
Yeah.
So I kind of got caught. So yeah, nobody tells you about that part of going to college. Nobody tells you that. So you had to figure it out. And at time I was not passing school, and it was shit was stressful. And you know, eventually I got to a point where I was in a round table meeting with coaches and staff, and they were telling me like, hey, like you're not gonna get to play here if you're not locked in.
Right.
And I went home that summer locked in. This was my junior year. This is my sophomore year. No, junior year, redshirt junior year. So my last year at Texas. And I was like, all right, that woke me up. So I went and learned the game because I didn't know the game. I was a great athlete. And I wasn't a student. I wasn't a student of the game. So that triggered me becoming a student of the game. The game started to slow down. I started to make more plays. I started to have more production. And then I got told that I wasn't going to make it to the NFL after middle of my junior year. And I was like, all right, I'm going to transfer.
Okay.
So I went to Miami, positions, took everything that I learned as a safety and took the same approach I took the last year after I had that conversation and applied it to being a corner and started at Miami and made a name for myself there and got recognized through the 6 games I played between breaking my forearm that year and getting drafted by the San Francisco 49ers.
Right. Well, and that brings me to my next question. Take me to that moment when you got drafted in 2017 draft.
Man, I mean, wow, that's one of the most special moments in my life. Being able to say like, hey, like I made it to the dream that I always wanted, and to be in a place like San Francisco, so historic, so many great traditions and great people. It was fun. It was special.
Yeah. And so, were you at the draft? Did you get a call? What was the?
So funny story. I was actually on a yacht in Miami.
Of course you were, because why not? Right. I want to be on a yacht.
Right. Like, I mean, that was the time of my life. It was wild. It was fun because it was a gift. One of my friends had gifted us a yacht experience for the day that I thought I'd be getting drafted, which was the last day. It was later than I thought than I had heard. And I was literally crying when I got the call because I was sad.
Oh, you were sad that you didn't think you were going to get a
When I
call?
got the call, yeah, I was like, I'm not going to get drafted. After I thought I was getting drafted, I was sad. And they called, and I'm like elated right after the call.
Yeah. Like,
It was cool.
it's always nice to see that, the guys, all their dreams come true. And I love hearing those stories of how it all happens. So during the NFL, you played for 5 different teams. The 17-18 year, you played for San Francisco. In 19, you played for Miami. 2020, the New York Jets. Then 21, the New York Giants, and then the Jets, right? And then 2024, Chicago. You took a break from 22 to 23. What was it an injury or?
23, I was in Chicago. 22, I was in Chicago.
Okay. All right. I got it. So what is your favorite moment in the NFL, either on the field or off the field, or we can do both? Oh, I lost him. We'll see if he comes back. I lost him. All right. You know what? All right, guys. We can move on to this week's games. Guys, betting expert Alex White is here. She has got your best bet for wildcard weekend. Let's take a look.
It's time to get some NFL betting advice from Alex White and the Blonde Blitz. Win big so I can rob you later.
Hello, football fam. Alex White here. I know everybody is just as excited as me for Wild Card Weekend. 6 fantastic games. And Deb, you had us pick our Super Bowl matchup, and mine's not looking too great now. I should have picked the 1 seed matchup, but we'll see how everything plays out here with the Broncos and the Seahawks getting the number 1 seed. But for my best bet for this weekend, it was pretty simple, really. It's the Packers on the money line, and I know it could be concerning losing 4 games coming into this one, but third time they'll see this team. I like the fact that they lost the last one in Chicago, and pretty miraculous win by the Bears. Really, the Packers had a 99% probability of winning that game, and Jordan Love knocked out of that one, of course, and now he's had plenty of time to clear concussion protocol. Josh Jacobs, their workhorse, he had a full week off last week, and I think they're going to be the better team here. They're the better defense, definitely. Now, Chicago led the league in takeaways, but they were still bottom 10 in points per game. They were also the 4th worst in opponent yards per game. So I trust this Packers team. They've been here before. You don't even have to lay a number here. It's just a pick-em game. So give me the Packers to beat the Bears in this first wild card weekend. Best of luck to everybody. I'll check in again next week.
All right. Thank you so much, Alex. We got Adrian back, I think. Adrian, are you there?
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that.
All right, that's okay. Things happen. We're live. You got to go with the flow. So we were talking about the draft. I just asked you what was your favorite moment in football, either on the field or off of it.
Favorite moment off the field had to be meeting up with my parents after the draft. It was super special, being able to share that moment with them. And actually, no, that wasn't it. It was having them to San Francisco, having my parents come to San Francisco for my first game. That was super special because, like, my whole life, like, playing football was I thought it would be a means to help my family, and being able to share that with them was super special.
How about anything on the field? Was any particular sack or
on the field? Okay, on the field was my first game as a starter in San Francisco. That was incredible. We played against the New York Giants in Week 9 in 2017, and it was like my homecoming party.
That's awesome.
It was a blast.
So your last season you played was 2024. You're still a free agent. But what are you doing now? I understand you just had a baby. Congratulations.
Yes. We just brought in our baby girl.
Love it.
And such a special moment. Girl dad. Never thought I'd be a girl dad. I always thought I was gonna have a lot of boys because my dad has 5 boys.
Oh wow.
And my mom has 4 boys, so it's boys running the family. The boys running the family. So
in other words, she's
like,
gonna be super spoiled. Is what I'm hearing.
Right. Yes, tea parties and all.
I love it. Tell me a little bit about, you're the founder of On the Links. It's where Goff meets growth. I love Goff, and we were talking a little bit about before the show started. Tell me a little bit about the company. And it's a show, right, as well?
So it's a storytelling platform, which started out as a passion project After getting into golf in 2021, I started seeing all this stuff on the algorithm with golf and content. I was just like, yo, why not try something like that? Bring sports into it, bring football into it. So On the Links was born, and it was a pros versus Joes concept where I used to bring fans out and it'd be a 2v2 for NFL tickets for a game. And now it's grown into a storytelling platform where we're adding some really cool things to it and bringing on really inspiring guests that people know and business people, entertainers, athletes, just to share their stories and share the journeys that have helped them get to where they are in their lives that people see them in.
Who have you had on the show?
Mac Brown, Jordan Poyer, Matthew Judon, Caleb Farley, Javon Holland, so many more guests to come. I mean, I got like 40 lined up already for this year.
Oh, wow.
So
And
I'm excited to get rolling on it.
Do you do it weekly or?
So we're planning on dropping bi-weekly, and we'll be launching this summer.
Okay. And tell me what our audience can expect from it. Like, we were talking a little bit about golf courses, and you're always learning about golf. And I think every single NFL player that I know plays golf. Is that just like an NFL thing, or it's like a great way to?
No, I think it's just like an athlete thing.
Okay.
I think it's the athlete thing now. A lot of athletes are getting into the game because one, you can go out and compete not only against yourself but against your friends who are in the game. There's a handicap system. You're outside, and it's a game you can't beat.
Right.
So like athletes love the challenge, but it's also relaxing and good on the body.
Right. And what are some of your favorite courses around the U.S.?
Around the U.S., Pine Dunes is here in Texas, Aviara in Carlsbad, and Bethpage in New York.
Awesome. And any other passions? I know you like to work with children as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's my main passion. I'm an advocate for the youth, and I love just being able to go back and pour into my community and other communities with underserved children or children who don't have the support, not even just like financially, but emotionally and mentally, because it's life is challenging when you don't have a foundation or support. It makes it even harder, and I just try to be a light in my communities, especially amongst the youth, because I know how much of a great experience that could have helped a lot of my youth.
Yeah. And you talked about that earlier. So you just try to give back because of what you went through as a child, and now like to help others. I love that. What organizations do you work with?
Boys and Girls Club of America is really the main one.
Okay.
And then any other organization that is looking for advocacy. I also work with Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Okay. Big advocate on that. I lost a really dear friend of mine in college to that. And
yeah,
that was super, super tough on me during that whole transition period when I was in college. So I try to be an advocate, a voice for that.
Well, thank you so much for the work you do, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Where can our audience find you?
You can find me on Instagram. You can follow the On the Links channels on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and
Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to watch. You have to when you guys premiere, you have to let me know, and I'll tune in.
Absolutely, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Adrian. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Deb. You have a good one.
You as well. Bye. All right, guys. Week 18 was crazy, and we're expecting Wild Card Weekend to be wild. Please welcome sports comedian Jacqueline Marfugi to get her wild and funny take on things. Jacqueline, what's going on?
Okay, I got one for you. What did the wide receiver say to the football? Catch you later. Yeah, my jokes suck. That's why I watch the Blonde Blitz.
Jacqueline! How are you?
Do you like my outfit?
Yes. Blonde Blitz, here we go.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Of course. I love that you wore it. If everyone doesn't know, I actually got everyone on the show a Blonde Blitz jacket. So all my ladies are sporting them.
Thank you for not making it Eagles green.
No, I would never. I mean, I'm a fan, but it's got to be pink, right?
I know. What's up?
What's going on? So Jacqueline, what a crazy week 18. We got it's wild card weekend. It's going to be wild. What are you thinking?
Oh, girl, crazy. I mean, week 18 kind of felt like my entire last week of 2025. Like, I feel like everyone in week 18 didn't know if they were like tanking the game, sitting, playing, trying to win. Like, yeah. It was so chaotic. And that's exactly how I felt about actually all of 2025. So it was very on brand. Very on brand. I mean, even like watching the games with my family, my mom would be like, wait, okay, are they trying to win? Like, why isn't anyone doing football? Like,
they trying to tank on purpose just to get get a better pick in the draft. Like, why are some people sitting? Why are they not playing? Yeah,
it was insane. She'd be like, but aren't they getting paid to play? And we were like, no, it's not how like it works this week.
And it was hard to do my picks too, because I was like, well, Kansas City should win, but they really don't care. They have nothing to play for, so they're barely out there. But it might be Travis Kelce's last game, so he might
play. Kelsey's like Taylor and Donna walking out just crying. I'm like, give them something to be happy about. They have a lot to be happy about. But yes, I mean, woo, and I live in Las Vegas. So like, yes, I'm always like, go Raiders, and always like, oh, we lost again. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the Vegas are like the most Vegas team in the NFL. Like, they have big energy, they make terrible decisions, and somehow they wake up every Monday like, wow, we really lost by that much, but not this Monday. Yeah,
Pete Carroll was so excited, and then all of a sudden he's fired. Like, he finally won a game, and then you see him running on the sidelines, and then gone. And they only gave him a year. I don't know.
I mean, it kind of feels like, I'm not going to lie, all the managers of every team are like either a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha gamer. Like, they just constantly need change, and they're just like, nope, next. Like, no one's like marinating. No one's getting any time. Like, it is cutthroat.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, there was a lot of firings. There's 7 coaches. Yeah,
we have 7 coaches. You know what? I was thinking about it today. I don't know if anyone watching has been keeping up with this. There's like this mom group drama with like Ashley Tisdale and Hillary Duff and Vandy Moore.
You too. Yep.
Savage. I think there's
all the blondes are having a time.
You know what? I think they're just bored in life, and they would kill it as head coaches of these teams. They are savage. They make decisions very quickly. Like, I think we got to pivot. We got to do something else. Right?
If Taylor Swift knows football now, these ladies can jump in, right?
I mean, I feel like Roger Goodell is like bribing Travis Kelce with one more season. He's like, I will let Taylor call all the plays. I will let her do whatever she wants. Like, just please, one more season. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he's coming back, or do you think he's done?
I don't know. I mean, I think he wants to come back, but then like Jason's retired, and I feel like Jason's having a great time as an analyst, and he's lost all this weight. He seems happy. He's doing commercials. He's probably making more money now than he did when he was a player. And I mean, Travis is getting engaged. He got engaged. He's getting married. He's picking out flowers. They're picking out stuff for the wedding.
He's done. All the Swifties are like, yes, they're going to make babies. Like, get him out. I'm okay with that. I think they also want a better album. I loved her newest album, but I think there needs to be like a sad, like, Travis isn't playing any more album. So yeah, do it for the Swifties, Travis. I feel like anyone could come back. I mean, we had Phillip Rivers this year.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he was in and out.
Yeah, but he played well too. Everybody was waiting and seeing what 40-something looks like on the field, but he did a good job.
Exactly. Like, I also feel like I don't know if anyone's been following the headlines this week, but I feel like Tom Brady was in the news more than any NFL player this week, thanks to our influencer girly, Alex Earl. Love her, Jersey girl.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. 2 Jersey girls. Gotta love it. 3 Jersey girls.
Yeah. And I feel like this is Tom Brady kind of like dropping some like hints at like, I'm gonna do a Phillip Rivers, I'm gonna come back. Like he's like getting back in there. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for Jason Kelsey, like just stepping back in for a little bit. Might be a little tougher with that position, but I feel like Brady is a quarterback. Like you could come in, you could be in and out, right?
Yeah. I mean, everybody would freak out if that actually happened. But he's part owner of the Raiders now. I don't know, would they allow that if you're a part owner and a player? I'm not sure if that's allowed.
Deb, in 2026, anything can happen.
There we go. I agree with that.
You kidding me?
Absolutely.
I would
2025 in 2026.
Yeah, no, I would believe it if you told me that Taylor Swift was going to be a quarterback next year. I'd be like, well, that tracks. Yep, that makes sense. I feel that a lot. No, but I mean, there are so many crazy things. I mean, this week, I didn't realize that the Jets didn't even have one interception all year. Like, did you? They not one.
And they were that bad.
Right? Like it's so sad. I mean, I didn't realize this. My main squeeze and I were talking this morning, and he was like, "Did you know that?" And I was like, "No." And it almost seems like the other team's offense was like, "Hey, we could throw this directly at you," and the Jets are like, "Nope, no, we're good. Like, what?
That's crazy.
I know. I have family. They're Jets. They have season tickets. Jets. Jets.
You're New York Giants, so yeah, Jets are kind of right there with you. But the Giants actually did better than the Jets, though.
I mean, I'm at this point as a Giants fan, I'm like, yeah, well, we'll probably screw it up even more next year. It's fine. Actually, I was hearing all the news about. I mean, thank you Ravens for letting go of John Harbaugh. I was hearing some rumors about him coming over to our team, and I feel like him and Jackson Dart are going to be like the Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio of the NFL. Like, I feel like they would be a great team.
Absolutely. So. Time will tell in 2026. Well, Jacqueline, thank you so much for being here on the Blonde Blitz. Love the jacket. And where can our audience
sell it as merch?
Yeah, right. I do. There we go.
Yeah.
Where can our audience find you?
Oh, just at Jacqueline Marfuji on Instagram and at the Jacqueline Marfuji on TikTok. And I post all my comedy show dates on there. So come see me and let me know what city you want me to come make you laugh in.
I was actually going to surprise you and come to the Atlantic City show, but then it snowed and I couldn't get there. So I will see you soon, and we love you. Happy New Year, and
I'll reach out to you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye. All right, guys. Next, HGTV designer to the athletes, Shay Holland tells us how to get your home playoff ready and gives us a few tips for fans heading to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60.
When I need the latest in style and entertainment, I tune into the Blonde Blitz.
Hi, Shay. Shay, you there?
Oh, no.
Hi.
I can't hear you at all, Deb. I don't know what to do.
That's okay. So many technical difficulties today.
I'm going to try this. I can't hear you.
You look great in your jacket, I have to say.
Yeah, I haven't been able to hear you all show, so.
We'll try to work on it, and we'll go to Meg actually to get her take on fantasy. So let's switch to that. Good. Here's fantasy expert Ballers Meg with her daily fantasy advice for Wildcard Weekend. Shay? All right, guys, here's fantasy expert Baldur's Meg with her daily fantasy advice for Wildcard Weekend.
When I'm looking for fantasy advice, I listen to Meg from TSS Fantasy.
Hi guys, Ballers Meg coming at you with the Blonde Blitz fantasy football segment this week, and I am so excited that we are heading into our wild card playoff round. So my picks for fantasy this week, I am sticking with my boy Ramondre Stevenson over at the Patriots. He is golden boy for me. He has done so much for me this season. I can't see him letting me down for the playoffs. Next up, I'm looking at that Jaguars side and I'm excited to see what happens there. So if you're looking for a quarterback, Trevor Lawrence might well be a really, really good shout there. James Cook over at Buffalo, untouchable, unstoppable. Lots of points, I think, from James Cook this week. And as a little bonus, I would also be looking at Nico Collins as well. I wish you all the best for your playoff DFS fantasy squads. You can find all of the hints, tips, tricks and advice on fantasy over on TSS Fantasy or on my pages at ballers_meg on all social media platforms. Have a good week, guys. See you soon.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Thank you so much, Meg. All right, guys. We got Carrie next. Intuitive Reader 333 asks, Carrie is using her Power Deck cards to predict the Monday night playoff game, Texans versus Steelers. Carrie, I'm actually excited to hear what you predict for this game.
Let's see what the Power Deck cards say about these NFL team futures.
Ask Carrie here, ready to give you playoff predictions for the Houston Texans versus Pittsburgh Steelers game, and I will be using my Power Deck. And this one is definitely all about the Earth element because there are 3 planetary transits that are happening in the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn being the sea goat, and being a goat, it is like the energy of all things Earth, which means groundedness, steady, climbing the mountaintop, going to the highest form. This game is going to definitely be one to watch. It is a Monday night football game, and there's going to be a lot of excitement, especially down to the wire, because I feel like this is going to be a close game. So it's going to be big energy, and the actual theme for the game is going to be breaking through limitations to true legacy. And what I mean by that is that both teams are very well positioned to take it, right? We have the Steelers, who are looking a lot more healthier, especially with TJ Watt's back into the game. You got the Texans looking good, with having a few wins under their belt the past few games. And it is just like a very good synergistic type of a game where, there's a lot of steady growth as the game goes on. So let's get into the Power Deck, guys. This is definitely going to be big with... We have the 9 of Diamonds for the Houston Texans as my first card. And then we have the 9 of Spades as a second card. So when we have 2 9s like that in numerology, it kind of means that there's going to be like a steadiness, a little bit more grounding to the game. And it has an element of closure. So, unfortunately, because of the fact that these 2 9s are in the Texans, along with the King of Diamonds, which represents fire sign, and that would be Aaron Rodgers taking over the Texans. I don't know, maybe a little sticky for the Texans here. But then, for the Steelers, what do I have? So I have the 8 of Cups. They are on home turf, so they definitely have a winning advantage here, along with the Jack of Hearts. So Jack of Hearts being the most favorited, and probably that would be Aaron Rodgers trying to take it home for the team. And then the Ace of Spades. So a victory or win, looking for the Steelers. And, it's kind of like you got, the youthful, energetic spirit of CJ Stroud against the, very leadership, wisdom type of a personality with Aaron Rodgers. He definitely has playoff games under his belt. So let's see what that final score is. I have the Texans at 24 and the Steelers at 27. So exciting game, guys. Might even come down to a tie. So, going into a standoff there, and can't wait to see what happens. Good luck and enjoy your weekend. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Carrie, so much. All right, guys. Ben Troop, former tight end for the Bucs and the Titans, is here to help me with Wild Card Weekend picks. Hello, Ben.
Bring in Deb and Troop so we can get our NFL picks.
Hello, Ben.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? How was your holiday? How was your New
Man,
Year?
holidays are good. Holidays are always two things. You're happy to see them come, even happier to see them go. So I'm happy that they came and gone. Love it.
And I am happy. It is Wild Card Weekend. This is my favorite weekend of the year. It's playoffs. Like, what happened to the season?
You know what? When you are a football fan or you cover football, it does go quick, right? It's almost like we trying to slow it down. I can remember we was in the off season saying, okay, how the season gonna be now? Season's over, postseason is here. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's wild. All right, LA Rams versus the Panthers Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Who you got and why?
I know the Rams want to get some get back against this young, no pun intended, Bryce Young led team. I know that Bryce Young and company they're gonna throw everything but the kitchen sink at Matthew Stafford. But I just think this Matthew Stafford, who played none in the preseason, people are asking how. I know that Drake May has been talked about being the MVP frontrunner. I would put my money on one Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua. You're talking about Jared Verse and those guys. I think it's gonna be a better game because the Panthers get to host their first playoff game in a long time. I hear that Cam Newton gonna be in the house. I heard that Cam Newton gonna be in the house. They got the thing. They got the key pounding. They got the key pounding a drum. He get to hit the drum, but I think that this incredible season by the Panthers, even though they finished 8-9 along with my Falcons and the Bucks, I think it comes to an end. I think playoff experience has a lot to do with this game, and I just think that a guy like Matthew Stafford is playing at a different level. Give me the Rams to move on in the playoffs.
I agree with you, and I'm so glad that McVay played the starters last week. I think it brought back their momentum. It brought back their rhythm. Stafford had no interceptions at all last game. He had thrown several in the last two games that they had lost. So, they got that winning rhythm back. It helps a ton that tight end Tyler Higbee, he is back. Puka, obviously electric all the time. Devontae Adams is expected to return. I'll know more tomorrow about that. I'll be there. I'll be at the Rams facility tomorrow. Also, who else? Quentin Lake is the safety. He's a captain too. He's supposed to be back. That's going to help the team tremendously. He's a great presence, on that team. A weird fact that I found, it's an eerie playoff anniversary. So the Panthers and the Rams have only met once before in the playoffs. It was a divisional round game, January 10th of 2004, right? Guess what the date is that they're playing? Their next playoff.
Here comes the superstition. Here it comes.
25, exactly 21 years later, they're playing again, these two teams. So we'll see. Not that matters. But
If the Panthers fan think those type of things are significant, but Matthew Stafford is saying, look, superstitions or not, y'all gonna have to deal with us. Devontae Adams going along with Puka. You talk about, the getting their tight end back. They're 3 tight ends. So that tight end package for the Rams, they can march down the field with it. I think it's gonna, like I said, Coach Canales, head coach of the Panthers, he's the play caller. So be aggressive. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Cam Newton gonna be in the building. But I just think Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay, they got something different coming. So this game went to double overtime. I would love that. I would love if the game go to double overtime. Yep. But it favors the Rams. I mean, they say Can West Coast teams come east and win? Can hot weather teams go to cold weather cities and win? We will see if those things hold true. But I just think Matthew Stafford's playing at a different level at age 37.
I agree with you. And just because with that double overtime, the Panthers wide receiver Steve Smith caught his 69-yard walk-off touchdown pass, and it was called the X-Clown play. I did a deep dive.
Okay, I get it. That was okay. I got it. That's when he beat the Greatest Show on Turbo, Kurt Warner, and you talking about Isaac Bruce and Marshall Faulk and Torrey Holt and Ricky Pro. Okay, I got it.
We're good here on the Blonde Blitz. So the Rams are favored by 10. I actually think it should be more than that. We're both on this one. All right, let's move on. Packers versus Bears, Saturday at 8 p.m. Who you got and why?
I love what Ben Johnson has done with his Bear team, especially with Caleb Williams. But here's the thing, right? That NFC North has been controlled a long time. First it was Brett Favre. Then it was Aaron Rodgers. Now they got this young man named Jordan Love. I know the regular season is not necessarily a barometer of the postseason, but Green Bay, I think, is going to reestablish dominance. I think Green Bay is going to go to Chicago and say, hey, Caleb Williams, great season, right? I don't know what color your fingernails are going to be. I'm pretty sure they're going to be some color to go with the theme. But I think Green Bay, without Michael Parsons, even though they got Michael Parsons' best friend in Diggs, you add him to that secondary, I think the Green Bay got enough. Listen, they got enough cachet about themselves to go out there and get a dub. It's not going to be easy, but I got Green Bay moving on. I got Chicago one and done in the playoffs.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot of people that disagree with you.
Yeah.
But no, Alex just said Green Bay as well. So right now, Green Bay leads the all-time series, 109-97 wins, plus 6 ties across all. They've met 212 times, including playoffs. So that's crazy. I think this Green Bay team is beat up. I don't know. That's my personal opinion.
They are.
Marco Parsons is out. Bears are favored by 1 point.
Yeah, pick 'em game.
We can toss it. We can completely toss a coin here and see and see who wins. It can really go either way. I'm going to go Bears on this one just because I think they're healthier.
Yeah.
And had a great season, so I'm going to go Bears. All right, let's go with Bills versus Jags Sunday at 1 p.m. Who you got and why? This should be a really good game.
Liam Cohen is not getting enough credit for what he's done, in year one with the Jags with Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. I mean, you're going to have Josh Allen, defensive end, chasing Josh Allen, the quarterback. Experience matters in this game as well. While the Jags are coming in hot, they get to play at home. It's probably going to be favorable for them. We talk about the weather. But Josh Allen is going to look across and say, Trevor Lawrence, I love what you did last year. I can respect what you did in 2025. You ain't me. And I know that Travis Hunter is an afterthought right now because he's been hurt by the bulk of the season. I just think that Josh Allen, he got this young man, what's the name, James Cook. He is a game changer for the Bills team. I think that Greg Rousseau and that defense is going to get let loose against Trevor Lawrence. Regular season football ain't the same as postseason football. Everybody's a little bit nervous. Everybody ain't gonna play as loose. I just think that Sean McDermott needs this win more than Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence need this win. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an easy win, but I do got the Bills moving on.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. And the Jaguars just came out of the blue, and all of a sudden, they were a losing team, and then all of a sudden they just started winning. Trevor Lawrence is throwing touchdown passes, it was insane. They have won 8 games in a row. Who would have thought? They just clicked at the right time. But the last time these two played was September 23rd, 2024. 47-10, the Bills won that game. I think the Jaguars, I think this is going to be their last game of the season. So we have somebody saying here, Jaguars are going all the way. A lot of people are saying that. So again, it's another one you could just toss a coin, and there you have it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna agree. The Bills are a 1.5 favored. I'm gonna go Bills. All right, another one I'm looking forward to: San Fran versus the Eagles. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it, to be honest, because the Eagles might lose it. 4:30 p.m. on Sunday. What do you got and why?
This might be the game. This might be the game of the week when you talk about all these playoff games. I mean, Christian McCaffrey. You're talking about Brock Purdy. You're talking about Ricky Pearsall. You're talking about George Kittle.
Yeah.
Then you got Jalen Hurts and Jalen Carter and, A.J. Brown. This going to be the best game. I want to see hopefully the real Saquon Barkley comes to play because I think the running game is going to make life a lot easier for Jalen Hurts and company. if Jalen Hurts and company's offense is going to be sluggish, this ain't the game to do it because I think that this 49er team is going to score points. Philadelphia, to me, is still one of the best teams in the NFC. They are the defending champions, and they are different at home. Only because the Eagles are at home, and I just think that plays in their favor. Nick Sirianni's getting scrutinized because he didn't play a starter. They didn't play for the second seed or whatever.
Yep.
The 49ers are a bad matchup for anybody. I don't care who they're playing, but I think the Eagles are built for scrutiny, built for adversity, and they thrive in uncomfortable situations. Give me the Birds to move on, even though the 49ers and company will not go quietly into the night.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be the best game of the week, I'm thinking. And I can tell you, I'm very mad at Sirianni as an Eagles fan that he sat the starters. Of course, if something happened to one of the starters, then I would, be very upset. But we could have played Green Bay, and no, we get San Francisco, and CMC, fabulous, right? This is going to be a good game. If anybody can hold CMC, it will be this Eagles defense.
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh, yes. And if Fred Warner can find a way to summon the football guys and be able to play, that's going to be a huge – I don't know how many plays he's going to be able to play if he does play, but he has what Charlie Sheen say, he got Tiger blood in his system. I don't know his healing mechanisms. If he can play, that would be a huge boost for this 49ers team.
Yeah, absolutely. And, but the Eagles offense, you just don't know with them. Barkley needs to Barkley in this game. They need to run that ball for sure. And also, too, Jalen Hurts is great under pressure. And we all know that. He's great in playoff situations. So a lot of people are picking the Eagles. I'm just not sure. If I wasn't a Birds fan here, I'm going to be honest, I would go San Francisco. Because I'm a Birds fan, I have to go Eagles. So I'm hoping that the Eagles defense can win this game. So I'm going Birds as well. All right, one more. We got Chargers versus Patriots Sunday at 8 p.m. Who you got and why?
Okay, once again, Drake May is playing out of his mind right now. Harbaugh, you know the type of team you're going to have coming there. Justin Herbert hasn't been the best. His playoff record is not good at all. I just think that while I'm going to go with the Patriots, let me go ahead and start there. This is going to be a better game than people give it credit for because here's the thing about Drake May. Drake May doesn't have an in-between. He's either really, really good or not so good. And I think the Charger team is going to force him into some mistakes because you talk about Henderson. His running back out of Ohio State rookie has really, really proven himself to be very, very valuable. I do think New England is the better team. But Harbaugh doesn't care. He said, look, we're going to come in here. We're going to try to play smash mouth football. We're going to try to force Drake May into some mistakes, hopefully make a fourth quarter game. I think it's going to be a really, really good game, but I just think New England is a better coach team. They're a better team top to bottom, and Drake May is playing MVP football right now.
I agree, and I was going to start with that one right there. Drake May is up for MVP along with Stafford right now, and the Patriots are killing the season. And just versus Justin Herbert, who's still playing with an injured left hand. I don't know. I've been a fan of the Chargers all season. I love me some Ladd McConkey. I love me some Keenan Allen, but you got to go Patriots on this one, right?
Yeah.
You just have to. Patriots are favored by 3.5. I'm going Patriots. So anyway, well, let's have some fun on Wildcard Weekend. Ben, thank you so much for stopping by the Blonde Blitz. Your show, No Weddings in the Fall, is up next. Everybody, please stay tuned. Today's show is sponsored by Wish LBI and Underdog Fantasy. Go to Underdog Fantasy and use promo code BLONDE, and we'll double your deposit for up to $100. If you like tonight's show, please subscribe, and you can follow us on all socials at the Blonde Blitz. And I just saw someone talking about the Monday night game. Carrie actually went over that, so we could go over that if you want to. Do you want to do it?
We can go over. Are you talking about the Texans and the Steelers?
Yep.
I will give you two names. One just got back, and the other one's a usual suspect. This is why I think I'm going to go with the Texans. Right? I know that Aaron Rodgers, the ageless wonder, he's made sure that Mike Tomlin continues his streak of never having a losing season. DK Metcalf is back off an injury, but you know who he's going to have to deal with? Derek Stingley Jr. Derek Stingley Jr. is a first-team All-Pro cornerback, and he earns every dollar. Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson, you talk about Petrie, you talk about Derek Stingley, that's just the defense. Where are they going to manufacture points from if you are the Pittsburgh Steelers? Because I think Darnell Washington is out for the season. Jonnu Smith, he's in and out of the lineup. DK Metcalf is good for a good game every other game. He's not going to do that against Derek Stingley. And I just think this Houston Texas team, even though they got to go out there in the cold, I think C.J. Stroud is built for it. Everybody want to talk about what Jacksonville is doing. People talking about D'Amico Ryans being on the hot seat when they wasn't playing well. What they got to say now? 3 years in Houston, 3 years in the playoffs. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans to move on. I think they're one of the most dangerous teams in this playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going Texans all the way. The Steelers just basically snuck in.
Yeah.
It came down to that last play, that last field goal, didn't make it, and the entire Ravens season depended on it. I mean, I love CJ Stroud. Everyone knows this. And I think the Texans take this one. All right, Ben, thank you so much. And everyone, we'll see you soon, and go Birds.